Hello, it's Ujaja right here. So I want to take you through a logo design, okay, from start to finish, okay, with my smartphone. So this is from the brief ideation, inspiration, sketch, and the vectorization. Okay, so everything. I'm just going to take you through everything, okay, from the ideas and everything. So just stay back, grab your popcorn, whatever, biscuits, and just watch me design. All right, so I just want to let you know that this is a fictional brand, so it's just born out of fantasy. And with that being said, we need to get right into this. And yeah, so let's know who we are actually designing this logo for. And this logo is going to be for a fictional brand called HelioWap. So let's get to know what HelioWap is actually, or what they actually do. Alright, so HelioWap is a brand into space exploration, science, most especially black holes. And their ultimate goal is to make space travel possible for everyone and discover habitable planets that humans can survive on and make time travel come true. So this is really some kind of stuff that we need to know about, HelioWap. And this is actually among the brief. So of course we need more details, okay, on the logo. So we need more details, and from these details we're going to point out keywords that we need to use, okay, to proceed on this journey. And yeah, they wanted a combination mark, which is very simple, modern and geometric. Here is the brand colors. So we're going to be working with these colors, with these briefs. So let's get started. So from the brief, okay, that we just looked at, so I picked up some keywords which are time travel, heliosphere, black hole, curvature, and space. So I'm going to do some research on these keywords and search for images and all of that, so be able to get inspiration. So I don't want to go for logo inspiration, maybe search for logo inspiration. I just want to work with my with just my own idea. And so when I searched for the images, okay, using searched for use the keywords and search for images, and I got that that almost all those keywords actually exist in these 4 images. All right, so we have the heliosphere here. So of course you can note the shape, okay, and we have the time, okay, the time travel, okay, here also. Of course, if you will agree with me, of course you should know that this symbol represents time, and this is curvature, okay, space curvature, and here is black hole, or here is a black hole. And what I have in mind is to actually design this logo around these images, putting into consideration the letters, these H and W. So I'm going to be wrapping these images around the letter H and W, so we see what we can come up with. And so I started sketching. So this right here is my first sketch. So but one thing here is that it was too rigid, it was too blocky, it just looked like a block. So it's not having this this heliosphere kind of shape. So I never liked it. So I was like, okay, let me use a circle. So I use circles, okay, to come up with this particular sketch. But the problem here is that it will be difficult to, it's not carrying most of the elements, which is space, it's not carrying most of those elements. So I was okay, why not? And the H was not actually showing that well. The H wasn't showing that well, and even the W was not showing. So I was like, okay, let me go for another sketch. So I went for the sketch, and okay, I was okay. I think the H is actually very, very visible now, but the time travel stuff, or the time element, is not still showing, even though it's actually showing just a bit. But if you should check these circles, it's actually far apart. So I was okay, why not I build the main logo around this idea? So I was okay, let me pick this particular sketch and build with it. Okay, let me build other sketches with it. So okay, let me just combine. Maybe I should just push in those circles into each other. Maybe I could just create this sensation of time, okay, that is that shape, okay, for time. So okay, let me actually make new sketches using this idea. And so I started to build on that particular idea. So I first pushed in those small, two small circles just to make the H very visible and to create the time effect, that is the time element. So it's actually very, very visible. Then I also discovered that okay, I have it now. Okay, I can see the W is very visible, but something is still missing, which is the space. So I was like, okay, why don't I create grid lines? Okay, that are elliptical, like grid lines that are circular. So it creates this kind of boxy effect. So okay, let me put in some circles. So let me put in more circles to be able to create this circular kind of grid inside this particular shape. So I came up with this final sketch. So I was like, okay, man, I like this logo. It's very simple. It has the H element, it has the W element, it has the time travel element, it has the black hole. And if you check it out, there is this meeting point there, okay, and there is this warping effect, as if we have two kind of grid system trying to warp apart, okay, trying to warp, maybe split or maybe come together, that's splitting effect, or that effect of maybe two grid system trying to gum each other. And this is the idea of space warp, and it's able to explain for us okay what black hole is and all of that. So I decided to go with this particular sketch. So it's time for some vectorization. And yeah, so I decided to use the vector ink application, and I wanted to be more professional, so I used the golden ratio. So I first created two squares. Now from these two squares I want to create more squares, okay, using the golden principle. So if you haven't watched the video on golden ratio, now the link is going to be in the description, so make sure you watch that. So still on creating the golden squares. Now the reason why I want to create these golden squares is because I want to use it to be able to create golden circles, because with these golden circles I'll be able to create a very uniform and geometric shape with that will actually make sense. So I brought this out, so and also duplicated this and brought it to this edge here. Now the aim here is to create something that's very uniform, so I always duplicate it and bring in, use the small box, okay, as a guideline. So I'll be able to make the distances between those squares diagonally equal. So I want the diagonal distance to be very, very equal. So that's why I'm actually using that small box. So I'll be able to create this diagonal, this equal diagonal effect. Now after this, I'm going to I'm going to create. First, let me drop this aside. Then I want to create circles inside this squares. So let's start with the small one, and let's scale up. Position at the middle and scale up until it matches. Then copy and repeat the effect. Copy it and repeat. Right, so we have it right here. So yeah, so it's perfect. Looks as if I'm going to add one more circle. So drop that aside and duplicate and scale. So let's get rid of this, so we no more need it. The function of that was just to create this this equal spaces between the circles. So I'm going to duplicate this and then put slide this apart, slide them apart. Of course you start to see okay the logo that we sketched very soon. Just watch. So it's time for some shape building. And yeah, we are done. So here's the shape. So let's get rid of this and scale up. Scale up. And it's time to use the brand colors. So let's start putting it in the colors into these boxes. And here we go, here we go. So let's get rid of this. So yeah, so position in the middle and increase the stroke, increase the stroke. So we have, this stroke around the colors. So all right, so make the edges round, so keep it at round edge. And I think, yeah, so scale up. And of course you can delete that color, that color palette. So make sure the stroke is at 15. I think 15 is okay. And here we go. So it's time to make the background colorless. So let's drag that out. So yeah, it's time to export. And basically, we're done. Save. And here we go. But the thing is that it's actually upside down. So for us to get the logo that we want, we have to flip it anti-clockwise by 90 degrees. So here is it. And so yeah, so I wanted a font that it's that it's actually techy, like, because this is just all about tech. So this brand is all about tech. So I needed a font that is that has this tech feel and will actually blend well with the logo. So I went to research and here's what I got. And the Canyon fonts, that is, if I got this pronunciation correct, has this, this techy effect, this techy feel. It has, this feeling of tech, and it blends well with the logo. So it's just perfect for this job. So it's just okay. So yeah, so let's go for some, presentation. So let's see how we're going to present this. And yeah, so we're going to go to Pixellab now. And I might not be able to show all the videos, everything step by step. But of course, if you have used Pixellab before, then of course it's just going to be easy, very very easy for you. So I'm just going to be showing the main thing that I actually did during the presentation. And so the first thing that I wanted to present is how I constructed it. So of course I did some kind of stuff here. So I had to pull out, circle, because this was created with circles. So I had to pull out a circle, then reduce the opacity, that is the opacity of the circle, down to 0. Then go to the stroke section, then increase the stroke to just 1 and make the stroke black. Then of course I have to start matching everything until I have everything complete. And also don't forget to rotate it, okay, counterclockwise by 90 degrees. And it's time to show the different elements here. So here is the H element, and here is the I think the W element. So what I do here is to actually take each, the logo, reduce the opacity, duplicate it, then cut out the part that I know represent each part, then stick it, like merge it together. I'll do this for all the elements, and this is for the time element. And the last one was the black hole element. And once I saved that, I thought it was about time I showed, what the logo actually means. So this particular slide is just about what the logo actually means. And this particular slide is just going to be for the typography. I made it colorful just to, to add this sense of repetition of colors. And I also created this particular slide to contain images that are related to this brand. So you can get these images from unsplash.com or Pixellab. This particular one is just a logo application, so I illustrated a play button just to depict a video playing here. And the next thing I did was to go to PS Touch and place the logo on an astronaut. So it serves as a mock-up, and this is very simple, very simple. Just placing it on it and overlaying it and reducing the opacity, and that's just all. And after this, I just went further to Pixellab and just created this, more logo application. This was very simple, so there was no need to just show it here. So it's very simple. You can, it's just layering text over an image. And yeah, we are done. So let's see what we've done so far. Alright, so I hope you liked this video. So if this was helpful, just hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't. Turn on post notification, and I will see you in the next video.